Hey, it's Jen Mack, Lady of the Mind. Welcome to Life Mastery Decoded, where I help you decode the struggles in your life in the areas of health, wealth, relationships, and spirituality with mind mastery, emotional management, and meditation. Welcome to today's podcast. Ladies, it's Jen Mack, Lady of the Mind. Welcome to today's episode, where I hope I am finding you knowing what to do. If you don't know what to do, then it is my intention that in today's episode, I give you one nugget of inspiration towards your transformation. So welcome to today's episode. And this is probably going to be very powerful for me. It's simple yet powerful, which is all of the tools I'm ever looking for to help out my peeps, help out my sisters, my fellow sisters on their spiritual journey. And today I want to talk about when you don't know what to do. Sometimes I say that. I shouldn't say sometimes. I say it a lot. Like, I just don't know what to do about such and such or this problem, or I can't find a solution to this one thing. And I want to go over a few things that I think will help you to relax into the unknown or the not knowing. And if you are faced with a immediate, urgent problem that has punched you in the face, and you're just sitting there going, I just don't know what to do, the very first thing you should say to yourself is, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Now, if it's an emergency and it's life and death, you will know what to do. It will happen. You will just move right into an intuitive state and you will just take care of things. Promise. I promise. But when it comes to things that could be life-changing, but not life-threatening, we have a couple of women in our group that we've heard this comment several times now, is I just don't know what to do. They have either found out something regarding their children, or they have made a choice that is deeming to be a very difficult to handle the repercussions of that choice, like leaving a relationship. And I just say, as I read their highly charged post, I just don't know what to do, is like the first sentences. And immediately before I even finish reading it, I find myself breathing deeply and just relaxing the senses. What I don't want to do is get into the boat with them as the boat is spinning in this tumultuous waters. I want to provide this calm state. And that is when I say just it's okay, is for you to, as soon as you can, get into that calm state. Curb or put up the problem, put it up on the shelf, put it on the back burner, put it on the curb, and just get in that calm state. It doesn't have to be a meditative state, but just a calm state of being. Calming is where we find the answers. Einstein says we cannot solve the problem with the same thinking that created the problem. So we need to elevate. And by elevating, we are bringing ourselves to a calmer state of being. The solutions are never, ever, never, never in the emotional state. Never, never, not once. You lost your phone in the house. Don't go look outside in the tree. It's not there. The problem is not in that emotional state. So in that relaxing state, we're going to, just as we're breathing, the very first thing to focus on is, what is my breathing right now as I'm in this emotional state, as I'm in this very highly emotionally charged state of mind or state of being? I don't know what to do. Frantic, desperate, clinging, searching, scraping for answers. The answers aren't there. You're never going to find the solution there. So as you get into the state of just kind of take it easy, it's okay. Take it easy. Breathe deeply, slow your heart rate, slow your breathing. That's going to immediately get you back out of your emotional state into more of just a calmer way of being. The next is to just give yourself some love. So picture a child, a very young child, a 4-year-old, who's trying to learn how to tie her shoes. And she just isn't getting it. She gets the overhand knot, but she just can't make the bunny ears. And she's getting more and more frustrated. What do you tell her? Besides telling her, do you want me to do it for you? What do you tell her? Okay, just take a deep breath. You're going to get it. It's okay. You're going to get those shoes. And before you know it, you'll be tying shoes as fast as I do. But you got to go slow. You have to learn it first. Okay? You're going to tell yourself the same thing. listen, Jen, you're really upset right now. The solution isn't in this frame of mind. So just slow down, just breathe, and just take it easy. And even as you're in that state of mind, bringing everything to a slower point of view, you are shifting the energy. You are shifting the energy from seeing red to seeing a beautiful blue. You're shifting from this high volatile state of mind and state of thinking and state of not knowing, freaking out, getting really upset, to being calmer and cooler. Another thing, after you can do that, sometimes right there a solution will show up. You'll just immediately feel better. And as you feel better, looking at the problem is going to feel better. You're going to come to the table with some ideas or just an open mind to just receive information, whether intuitively or from somebody else. The next is to just wait it out. Is just to let it rest a little bit. Let it just sit and rest. And see if an answer to the problem, a solution, shows up in that amount of time. Do you need to have an answer in this very moment? You may not know what to do in the second, but could you just turn to love as quick as you can? Go from this highly charged state to a neutral state, which is this kind of calm, take it easy, self-love, to now moving the needle up, moving the vibration up the scale to a higher vibrational frequency, moving a little bit closer to joy and love and out of angst and overwhelm and chaos. Then when you're in this calming state, is to just ask for guidance. It doesn't have to, it might not come to you right in this moment. Most likely it isn't going to, but over the course of time, over the course of a day or two or several hours or even a couple of weeks, you will get your answer. Is just to wait for the fog to settle. Wait for things to calm down a bit. And as you're asking for guides, asking for guidance, you could journal it, you could ask it out loud, you could do mala beads, you could do a visualization where you meet your guides and ask for help. Or you could just stop doing and start being. So when you're in that highly charged state, get your journal, get a couple minutes, get your journal, take a couple deep breaths, get centered, get your journal out, and ask yourself how you feel. And just go. Write or draw, add colors, get markers or colored pencil or anything to just express how you're feeling. This is a perfect way for us to be heard and to be listened to, even if we're not talking to another person. I have probably 20 used journals over the course of the last 35 years. And I just went and wrote and drew and wrote whatever I needed to write to get it out, to move the energy, to work with my emotions, to work with my thought, to manage my emotions as they came up. So when things became urgent and flustered and chaotic in my life, I could turn to my journal and just puke things out. And if you don't want to keep it, if you don't feel safe in wherever you're at, that someone's going to read it, that's okay. Then you make a little ritual about letting go of that thought or that belief or those emotions and being grateful and just burn them. Find a little place and create a little ritual that says, I thank you for this experience. I'm learning from this experience. I'm growing from this. And I ask for solutions to this problem I'm facing, to this challenge that is in front of me. And then burn it. And then know that the smoke from burning it is going up to the universe, and the universe is going to answer you. And then we let it go. And this is a way of being instead of doing. I think it's very important for us to slow down. We are getting ready to go to a show this weekend, and I'm running around with my head cut off, moving a ton of stuff and getting our bins together of all the things that go in our store at our booth. And it's a 4-hour trip, which we just love. Amy and I love getting away, and we just love, hanging out with each other. And it's a lot of work. We literally load her van side to side and top to bottom. You can't see out the windows, and it's just bins and displays. And anyway, it's a lot to get ready. We have 2 boys and 2 dogs that we need care for. So we have to get all their stuff packed and ready and find out where everybody's going for the weekend. And it's a lot to put together. So I feel this overwhelm and chaos, and it can start to spiral me even into, off the cliff sometimes. sometimes with a parachute, sometimes not. And, but I use my own tools, because you can't avoid emotions. You can't. You don't want to. You don't want to, because that's part of the ride. That's part of the, man, collectively, I used to feel like this, and I'm getting better and better, and I'm just able to manage those emotions when they come up, because they're going to. That's part of being human, and sometimes it sucks. But as soon as you can start to work with your own mind, and you can start to manage those emotions when they do surface, they don't get out of hand. They are just part of the ride. They're just part of the rainbow of colors of experience as we go forward on this planet, and that's it. And if we look at it that way and we say, yeah, I feel, and these negative emotions feel terrible, but I can choose to feel better. I can manage this situation now, because I know that I can get better and better. And I know that I can lift my own mood, and I can take care of myself through self-love and self-respect and self-care. And that can help me to move up the line. There's things that we do. There's things that are going to be, that you're going to be faced with, that are going to show up in front of you. And as you are punched in the face with this new surprise, this new challenge that showed up, what we think of as out of nowhere, that now I can just go, okay, yep, I'm really upset. I don't know what to do, and that's okay. It's okay. If I don't have to make a decision in this very minute, it's okay. I have a podcast out that's called The Art of Decision Making, and that is a very powerful podcast that really helps you if you do need to make a decision quickly. If this is something, it's number 21 in the first season, episode 21, The Art of Decision Making. There's a really powerful tool in there that can help you to make decisions if you do need to make a decision quickly. But according to the community and the things that they're facing with, these are not quick decisions to make. But if you're like, I got fired from my job, and now I don't know what to do, and I need to make money, and I need to hurry up and do something, then I would suggest you listen to episode 21, The Art of Decision Making, and be able to tap into your higher self's plan. What is your plan? What is your purpose? And you can continue to go on your journey how you're supposed to, and not detour yourself to elongate the joys and fulfilling your purpose. If this is something that doesn't have to be solved in this very moment, then I'm going to suggest using these tools and just stopping and breathing, slowing your breathing down, telling yourself it's okay to feel this way. I'm just going to take it easy on myself, and then create a space for some self-love and some self-care. What do I want to do right now? I know you want a solution, but you're not going to find a solution in that emotional state. And then wait it out. There might be a couple of days. It might be a couple of days. It might be longer. And for those of you that have posted in the group recently, and you know who you are, I don't want to call you out, but I want you to know that this is for you. It's going to take some time, because you have to elevate to be able to create a new environment. And you have to move to a space that feels good to you, so you can start to expand that space into your surroundings. And in order to do that, you have to elevate. And in order to elevate, you have to stop doing and start being, following your intuition, connecting with that source energy, so you can get the perspective shifts that you need to get to be able to solve your problems, and to be able to step over these challenges that you're faced with. Don't become part of the challenge. Don't identify with the challenge. Like, my life is so difficult, or I'm having such a hard time, or, it's like, I'm in the middle of a challenge and I can get over this. And we're here for you. So if you have questions, if you have especially questions about this podcast, you want to take this a step further, please post in the Lady Rising group. If you are not a part of the Lady Rising group, it's in Facebook. When you get the membership questions, just put in there that you found out about this group in the podcast. I just love to know where my people are coming from. So I hope you'll join us. We also do monthly calls in that group where we are connecting with each other and supporting one another on the spiritual journey. So I do hope that you join me. I do hope that right now you're able to just calm and be easy on yourself and create some self-love. And you'll find a solution to your challenge. I have no doubt. If you liked this episode, Please share this with 3 of your friends. And if you like this episode and look forward to future episodes, please consider making a small monthly donation to help support this podcast. If you're looking for a community to join and have more access to me, then consider joining one of my communities. Chakras for Beginners is an energy-based community that is highly active and growing every day. Lady Rising is a sistership community where the focus is on spiritual support and empowerment. We hold monthly calls and talk about topics just as like today's episode. We also have an online store where we can meet your meditation and chakra needs with products for your journey. You can visit us at www.themeditationroomtc.com. Thank you for joining me and being a valued listener.